Ukrainian armed forces soldiers are cutting off Russian occupiers' logistics in the Pokrovsk area. The 7th Airborne Assault Corps of the Ukrainian Armed Forces reported this on its Telegram channel. According to the 7th Airborne Assault Corps, Ukrainian defenders recently discovered one of the enemy's logistics routes near Pokrovsk. They remotely mined it. Consequently, the supply and evacuation of Russian occupiers near Pokrovsk has deteriorated. The 7th Airborne Assault Corps noted that Russian occupiers in Pokrovsk have begun to more frequently use ground-based robotic systems to supply their infiltrated groups. This indicates that the enemy is suffering significant losses along logistics routes. Recently, Ukrainian troops entered the center by conducting a dangerous raid and counterattacked the enemy, indicating the battle is far from over. Soldiers of the 425th Separate Assault Regiment Skala have carried out one of the most daring and symbolic missions in the battle for Pokrovsk. Conducted under the cover of darkness, the operation unfolded in several stages, with small assault teams moving deep into the city using fast buggies and drones with thermal cameras for reconnaissance. The soldiers infiltrated through the shattered streets and ruins, maneuvering through Russian-controlled sectors before reaching the city center. In one neighborhood, Ukrainian units appear cut off and surrounded, while in another, Russian troops are the ones encircled. A chaotic situation typical for modern urban warfare, where heavy bomber drones drop supplies on friendly units and bombs on the enemy. The interpositional zones are practically deserted, patrolled only by strike and recon UAVs, with both sides avoiding unnecessary movement to escape detection and FPV drone attacks. In reality, Russian forces control portions of the southern and central sectors, but their grip is unstable. Ukrainian troops continue to push back, re-entering contested areas, liberating and fortifying strong points, and proving that Russian dominance in Pokrovsk is not absolute. The return of the Ukrainian flag to the city center serves not only as a morale boost, but as irrefutable evidence that the city is still fiercely contested. Despite these deep clearing raids, the Ukrainian objective has not changed from holding Russian forces below the railway line that cuts through Pokrovsk and to deny them access to the northern part of the town. The railway line is tactically significant because it offers open visual space, enabling easier surveillance and drone observation of Russian movements compared to a series of destroyed houses close together. These efforts, including the raids, are part of a larger strategic framework, buying time to clear the enemy salient near Dobropilya. Success there would collapse Russia's northern flank and stabilize logistics into Milnorad, making it become a defensive fortress. At the same time, maintaining the secure corridor by holding northern Pokrovsk ensures flexibility, either to continue holding Milnorad or to execute a rapid withdrawal if necessary. Given the enormous number of troops and equipment Russia has concentrated here, the situation remains fluid and unpredictable.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov on Tuesday dismissed media reports claiming that the tough stance he took in a phone call with Marco Rubio last month led to the U.S. canceling a planned Trump-Putin summit in Budapest. "We had a good, polite conversation, without any breakdowns," Lavrov said, adding that he and Rubio confirmed their adherence to the understanding based on the August summit in Anchorage. According to Associated Press, Lavrov also refuted the claims that the U.S. put off the summit in Budapest because of a Russian memorandum that contained maximalist demands on Ukraine, noting that Moscow had submitted the so-called non-paper containing its platform on Ukraine a few days before Trump's phone call with Putin, after which the U.S. leader said they would have a summit. He emphasized that the Russian document didn't contain anything beyond what had been previously discussed in Anchorage. Lavrov said that Russia stands ready to discuss resuming preparations for a summit between Putin and Trump. If and when our US colleagues return to their proposal, and will be ready to begin preparing the high-level meeting so that it indeed ends productively, Budapest certainly will be a preferable location for us, Lavrov said, noting that Trump confirmed at a recent meeting with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán that Budapest is preferable for the US. Speaking about the extension of the New START treaty for a year, Lavrov said that the US can announce it at any time up until its expiration on February 5. The New START, signed by then US President Barack Obama and his Russian counterpart Dmitry Medvedev, limits each country to no more than 1,550 deployed nuclear warheads and 700 deployed missiles and bombers. In September, Russian President Vladimir Putin declared his readiness to adhere to nuclear arms limits under the treaty for one more year, and he urged Washington to follow suit. When asked about the proposal, Trump has said it sounds like a good idea to me.
Мы хорошо, вежливо, без каких-либо срывов поговорили, подтвердили в принципе движение на основе понимания Анкориджа, и на этом расстались. Меморандум, о котором упоминают журналисты Financial Times, это non-paper, так называемый, не бумага, это совершенно неофициальный набросок, который был направлен нашим коллегам не после разговора Путина с Трампом, а за несколько дней до этого разговора. И целью этого меморандума было напомнить нашим американским коллегам, о чем говорили в Анкоридже и какие понимания, как нам, по крайней мере, казалось, и американцы это не опровергали, были там достигнуты в ходе встречи президентов России и Соединенных Штатов Америки. Ничего, кроме того, что обсуждалось в Анкоридже и не вызвало отторжения у американских собеседников, в этом неофициальном документе не содержалось. Если и когда американские коллеги возобновят свое предложение и будут готовы начать подготовку к встрече в верхах, чтобы она действительно завершилась результативно, конечно, Будапешт для нас будет предпочтительным местом, тем более, что Дональд Трамп на встрече с Виктором Орбаном подтвердил предпочтительность Будапешта и для Вашингтона. И вот количественные уровни, они хорошо известны. И мы знаем, что есть у американцев, американцы знают, что есть у них. Давайте год возьмем на то, чтобы, ну, если хотите, остыть, проанализировать ситуацию, перестать все мерить через украинский аршин и посмотреть на ответственность великих держав за глобальную безопасность, глобальную стабильность, прежде всего с точки зрения недопущения ядерной войны. Мы к этому готовы. Это никак не связано с тем, что вот сроки поджимают, потому что объявить о том, что продлевается количественное ограничение, можно в любой момент до 5 февраля.